Alright, hi guys. I am coming to you with some Tardis updates. So, first of all, this one kind of speaks for itself. We got some new sound effects, as you heard with this. This is the fifth, sixth, and seventh Doctor's Tardis from the classic series. I landed it wrong. We're gonna ignore that. But I did something cooler. That one isn't fully functioning. I'll explain that one later. But this one is the one you guys have seen. Now, first of all, we're gonna talk about um, differences in appearance. So I don't know if I showed you this last time. I don't know if I had it last time, but the hat stand is now here. That's made out of armor stands and a couple of fences. I changed the coral a lot. I changed the material mostly so I can use the stairs to get a little bit more detail. But also, I think this material works better. Um, and then outside of that, nothing has changed except this is now an acacia button. Oh, that's just in there though. In here, we have a lot of changes. So the bedroom is now around here. This is my access hatch to where all the command blocks are. Uh, Bunch of chests and um, that. Um, but boring. The cool thing is if you follow the ninth and 12th Doctor's instructions, your wardrobe is first left, second right, third door on the left, carry on straight. Oh, also, pool in the library, naturally. Under the stairs, past the bins, fifth door on your left. And then we come down here, and this is the wardrobe, which doesn't have any clothes in it or anything, but I built it to look like what we see the wardrobe looking like at the end of the Christmas Invasion in the 10th Doctor's first episode. So he was standing up here, picking out his clothes. These clothes, except the brown suit. But anyway, so that was neat. I also just added some detail on the way. None of the other rooms are really filled yet. There's a lot of space to fill here. So I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been busy building functionality into the TARDIS. But, swimming pool. These stairs lead nowhere right now. Lead into the ceiling. But this place is not done yet. Right, back in here. So we have a couple new things in here as far as functionality goes. We have more sound effects. For example, the lever now makes the click, and we get a in-flight sound after the dematerialization. So this sound is new. And then these were the two locations we had before. But now we've added this one. They all make different sounds. And this button is a very special button that I just added yesterday. Do that again. I'm going to show you this location and what that button does right now. Obviously, the moving time rotor. Alright, so this new location is Amy Pond's house. Uh, so I went for an 11th hour kind of thing because the 10th Doctor's TARDIS landed there. And I think this is kind of the most iconic place it lands. Um, this is Amy's room, and you can see the TARDIS out the window naturally. This house isn't done yet either, but I do have Prisoner Zero's room in here. Basically done. I mean, it was a really simple room. And then this is going to be the kitchen, where we're going to get fish figures and custard. But other than that, something has changed. There's smoke in the TARDIS because obviously the 10th Doctor crash lands here, which is why I have a bunch of sparks fly out of the console when you hit this button, is because we're supposed to be crashing here. Hence the broken shed. But I made a desktop change button. So now we're in the 11th Doctor's TARDIS. And the hat stand is in here too. This interior was designed by DT10. I used his tutorial to build it because, let's be honest, building this chaotic mess. I mean, look at this disaster. This TARDIS is so wacky. Look at this. Look at this roof to wall join. It was a really horrible build. I mean, it came out great, but it was painful to do. Um, and then there's the 5th Doctor TARDIS over there still. But I'm going to take you on a flight utilizing all of the functionality. So, this TARDIS, the Fifth Doctor's TARDIS, the reason it doesn't work is because it's kind of my emergency failsafe for this TARDIS. If I accidentally lose it, if I accidentally materialize it somewhere else and then die and end up spawning here, because this is the world spawn, then this is like my remote control for it. So now it's back over here. And that's about all. That's what this TARDIS is all about. I'll show you guys the internals, but in order to do that, it would be... Oop. This is a sonic screwdriver from a data pack that I installed onto here. From Commander Moose, I think it was? I can't remember who made it. Anyway, in order to chameleon circuit, you have to or not chameleon circuit, that's not changing the exterior. In order to change the top, you have to dematerialize. Actually, I really like this location. I used an armor stand to put the sonic here as like a sonic charging port. And this sonic screwdriver, it works. Kind of have to find the armor stand. Alrighty. Should be back at Pon's house. Back to the tenant TARDIS, the interior card chambers. But let's show you these internals. So if you go down here, oh, I didn't have to do that, but that's okay. This is the time rotor reset. So this controls all 3 time rotors in the world. If I delete all of the entities, those would go with it. So these reset them so that I don't have to punch in all of these commands one by one all over again. And then we have this one gives me the armor stand that I used to make the hat stands. And then this is the bulk of the controls, which I've made a bit more modular since last time. But it looks insane in here. And then there's some more controls in that box, and then obviously here and over there. And then there's the 11th Doctor interior and the 5th Doctor interior. And the massive hallway system to the wardrobe, which is just, and this is how they did it in the show. This wasn't me being lazy, was a reuse of the 10th Doctor's interior, so I just copied and pasted it over there. But if you look at the scene of the 10th Doctor in his wardrobe, it's clearly just like a photoshopped version of his interior to look just a little bit different, but it's very clearly the same. And then here's that access hatch door that I was talking about. It leads back into the TARDIS. So, yeah, that's about it. So far, so good. This is a really cool map so far. This would be really fun to have on a server if you and your friends lived in different places. I'd probably just live out of my TARDIS. I would just have a mobile base, but I love this thing. And again, I did all of this basically just to show off the functionality of the time rotor, because this is a new thing you can do in 1.20. This is still snapshot 23W06A. Uh, but anyway, that's be all. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be posting more updates later. See ya.